Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. I was in the gun room about to clean up some rifles to do some testing tomorrow, and I figured this would be as good a time as any to talk to you about the Teslong NTG200H. And what we're going to talk about is kind of the down and dirty features of this, why you would want this borescope over the others, and then ultimately the second half of this is going to be why you as a rimfire shooter should be using a borescope, what the benefits are, and how this is going to save you a lot of time, money, and frustration in the long run. So let's get right into it. So I don't do unboxings, but you get a nice little case. It's got a magnetic lid. The packaging on this is actually really good. So before I pull this out, I do want to say I already own a Teslong borescope. And this borescope they did send to me for free to the channel to review. I've had this borescope for quite a while, used it quite extensively, and my biggest gripe about this is how long it is. As you can see, compared to my little cleaning workstation here, it can't go in a drawer, so it kind of hangs out up here. And that's not super inconvenient, but if I didn't already own that one and if I was in the market for another one, I think the NTG200H would be the one that I would pick. Now, both of these have screens. The older one has a nice screen, had no problems with that. And of course, the newer one also has a screen or monitor, whatever you want to call it. It does come with this pretty cool little kickstand, which is actually pretty convenient because when I'm setting this down on the table, oftentimes it's sliding around, and this gives you a nice little perk so that you can actually see while you're using it. And obviously, as you can see here, one of the biggest benefits to this is that it folds. So it does collapse in the center. So this does fit in my drawer. It would fit in my range bag, and that makes this a little bit more convenient. All you do is put it in place and screw it together and you are good to go. Now, the other big difference in this compared to my old one is that this one can actually focus right here just by twisting this. The previous versions, you had to come up here to the mirror and spin it in and out. And if you're doing this in multiple different calibers or different rifles, different barrel setups, then that's pretty annoying. All right, like all the other ones, it's going to come with a USB-C charging cable. You are going to get all the different caliber little mirrors. Of course, you know, for me, I'm basically just using the 22 because my center fire is 223 and the 22 works on that as well. And you are going to get this cord that I've already shown you here that is a direct connect to the monitor, to the actual camera, and a second one here which is actually going to have like a multi-use kind of deal where it can go directly to your computer via USB, or you can put the little adapter on and you can use the USB-C. So I never really use these because I'm going to run it with a monitor. We're going to change this mode to video. You just hit the little M button, go to video, and then we're going to start recording. So now this is recording, so you guys are going to be seeing this in the video as well. And I'm a little kind of jam-packed in here, but we're going to go into this super dirty voodoo. And let's get right up into the chamber area here. And this is actually fairly clean, but here, let me turn this. I'm going to bring this out of focus, and then I'm going to roll it back into focus. So there we get a nice picture of where the carbon ring would be. This has not been shot enough to accumulate more than just that little bit. But you can see there just how clear we can get this just by rolling this focus. And look at all the details we can see here. Obviously, this chamber is just basically a work of art. This chamber is from Modicam Custom Rifles. And yeah, so you can see there, this obviously works really well. It's going to work as good as the other Teslongs. The big benefit here is, like I said, we're getting this focus adjustment, which you can see how good of picture quality we're able to get without having to mess with the mirror. So that's going to save you some time. And at the end of the day, we can just break this guy down. And if you're like me, you can throw it down here in your drawer, close it up, and be done with it. So let's get to the most important part of this video. And we're going to talk about why you need to own one of these. And if it's not this Teslong, then a borescope in general. I have been shooting rim fires almost daily for over 2 years now. I've shot rimfires in the past, but nothing like I do now. And I did not realize how much I was over cleaning my barrels. And no, I'm not worried about hurting them, but I was pushing 30 or 40 patches through barrels using all sorts of chemicals and spending 30 to 45 minutes to clean a barrel when I absolutely did not need to. Now that I own the Borescope, my new procedure is I push 2 wet patches down the barrel, usually rimfire blend. I borescope, I check out the chamber area there like we just did, and I'm going to see how big that carbon ring is. If it's not very big and this is teeny tiny, all I'm going to do is wet a nylon brush with either some Vortex carbon cleaner, or I'm going to use the Thorough Clean stuff. I've been using this on rimfire and centerfire. That's from bulletcentral.com. And I'm just going to take that nylon brush and I am going to scrub out just the chamber area only. I'm going to scrub it for about 30 seconds. I'm going to push 2 more patches through it, and then I'm going to use my Borescope and take a look, and 90% of the time my cleaning stops right there. I don't have to guess. I don't have to keep pushing patches, because if I continue to push patches, they will continue to come out dirty. But I'm not worried about that. I am cleaning the chamber of this rifle. I want the barrel to stay fouled in. I want the barrel to stay dirty. And using something like the Teslong, especially now that I have this NTG200H where you can do that quick focus adjustment, it makes my life a heck of a lot easier when I'm cleaning the guns. Also, another great use for these is troubleshooting accuracy. Now, if I get a new to me rifle, I push a couple patches down it and I put the Borescope down it first thing. If I see a bunch of chatter marks in the barrel, or I see something that doesn't quite look right with the crown, I'm going to shoot it, and then I'm going to cut my losses. Before I had the Borescope, I used to test every single bit of ammo I had under the sun, try different torque values and all these things, and eventually I would just get tired of shooting up my ammo and trying things because I had no clue what was going on in the barrel. If I'd owned a Borescope, I would have saw those chatter marks or the bad chamber job or that bad crown. I would have shot maybe a box of ammo through it, and I'd have been done with it then, instead of wasting a ton more money on ammunition and just all my time and energy into trying to get that rifle to shoot, when something like this NTG200H or my other Teslong there would have prevented all that. The other good thing about the Teslongs is you can get them on Amazon. So I get no kickbacks from this. I have no Amazon affiliate links for you. These guys are not giving me any kind of affiliate link for you guys. So if I do have a link, I will post it down below. And that link will strictly save you money when you buy it, because I think every rimfire shooter should own a Borescope. It's going to help you in the long run. So I'm going to get back to cleaning the Voodoo and the CZ so I can get these ready for tomorrow. I hope this has helped you. We'll catch you on the next one.